Hello, welcome back. I went easier on the white today because I grow tired of that dialogue. So seeing as this is crime talk and not makeup talk, let's get right into our next missing persons. So early last week, I had a young woman reach out to me via Instagram, and she said like, hey, I've been watching your TikToks, and my mom went missing in Regina, Saskatchewan in 2003, and it never really got any media attention. She said when people talk about missing persons of Regina, her mom's never mentioned, and it breaks her heart, and that broke my heart. This is 42-year-old Patsy Haysom, and she has been missing since May 12th, 2003. When Patsy's daughter reached out to me, she warned me. She said, like, there is not a ton of information out on this case. And she was right. All of the information in this video is from the 2 articles I could find online and then from her. Patsy was married to a man named Robert Haysom and had 3 children, 2 boys and a little girl. Patsy also had a friend named Roy, who she would see quite often. So the night in question, Patsy drops her young daughter off at Roy's house where her son was living at the time. It's unfortunate that Patsy and her husband Robert both struggled with alcohol addiction at the time. So not only were things rocky in the relationship, but Patsy was unable to provide proper care for her youngest daughter that night. So all we know is Roy took Patsy either to a friend's house or to sober up, and then he says he dropped her off at her house at 11:30 that night, and she was never seen again. Patsy's son and daughter went back to her house the next day and found a plastic bag of her belongings that she had had on the porch. Her glasses were also left at home, and she could not see without those. It wasn't until 10 days after they hadn't seen Patsy was she finally reported missing. Roy was the last person to see Patsy alive. And from what I watched, the police just took his word for it and was like, oh, okay, you dropped her off and didn't see her again? Perfect, we'll move on. Like, what? Patsy's children absolutely believe Roy and or Robert are responsible for Patsy's disappearance. Patsy's daughter recalls Roy having a large farm and many guns. Also a little fishy, he didn't want them to search his property. In my opinion, this is lackluster police work. I asked Patsy's daughter, like, were there no searches performed? And she said, like, yeah, by family. How unjust. Roy is not alive anymore, so if he knew anything, we will never know. Maybe this TikTok will gain some traction and lead to some answers. It's really not too late for closure. Let me know your theories in the comments.